We're back. You're watching Andrew Mitchell Reports. We have some breaking news for you from the Justice Department today on new rules for dealing with the media during leak investigations. Joining me now, NBC's Deputy Political Director Mark Murray, NBC's Capitol Hill correspondent Kelly O'Donnell. Nice to see both of you. NBC News Justice correspondent Pete Williams. Pete, we kept you downstairs because we only really had so many seats at the table for right now. But I do want to start with you. We'll honor you that way at least. Give us the latest, if you can, from the Department of Justice in terms of those new guidelines in the way they handle leak investigations.
Two substantial revisions that the department will announce later today, we're told by officials. The first one deals with when the news media is notified that the government is seeking records, like phone records, such as it did with the AP during the investigation that became so controversial earlier this year. The new rules say that when the government wants these records, it will normally tell the news media and give the news media a chance to go to court and resist and try to prevent the government from getting those records. Under the current rules, the presumption is you don't tell them. Under the new rules, the presumption is you do tell them unless, quote, it would pose a clear and substantial threat to the integrity of the investigation, and the decision on this has to be elevated now to the Attorney General. The second rule deals with the controversy over getting the email records of a Fox News reporter who was covering the State Department as the government was investigating the leak of information from the State Department. And you may recall the blowback the department got when in a court document, a search warrant application, it described the reporter as an aider and abettor and said he was trying to persuade and flatter the official into giving him this information, which it suggested was criminal conduct. Well, now the department will not use that legal authority to get a search warrant if the person, the reporter involved, was undergoing the normal routine of news gathering. In other words, it changes the rules now so that they won't go after a reporter who is not the focus of a criminal investigation and for conduct not connected to the ordinary news gathering activities. So looking at this from a 10,000-foot level, Peter, what the Justice Department is saying is it's not going to do what it did in those two earlier cases.
Yeah, as you reported, a senior official telling us it's as clear an admission that we would never do this again as we're going to give. Pete, stay with us quickly. I want to get to Kelly and Mark on. You reported, and this is the first time we get to say this today, snark, whatever it was, tornado, heck, I didn't watch it, Sharknado, thank you. Some snark in the way we talk about it, right? Give us a sense, if you can. The only thing more absurd, perhaps, than that on Sci-Fi last night was what we saw on the Hill this week.